Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I know it's been a little bit of a hiatus that I kind of took once again. I do apologize. I just have been busy with work, um, and I mean a lot of work. But I'm back, and okay, somebody is making noise at 8 something in the morning. I don't know what somebody's drilling something. I don't know what. I do apologize for that noise. I don't know if it's gonna continue or not. Um, but anyways, yes, welcome back to the Touch My Soul podcast. I am your host, William, and yeah, I felt bad for not, for once again not taking the time to like sit down and do another episode. So I came up with three pretty cool topics. One of them being from a friend of mine, and two other ones I just actually came up. I came up myself. I came up with myself. Literally like a couple minutes actually before I started doing it. That just goes to show you how much like just kind of freestyling I do with this. Just to give you that more authentic feel to it. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have been staying safe and doing good. I hope your mental health is okay. It's one of the most important things to have in your life. So make sure that you're checking on yourself and make sure that you are okay. If you need help, please seek the help that you need. Um, but yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's see. Actually, before I do get into it, before I get into this episode, I do want to say that I have been working also just in terms of like um, on working, which I guess will kind of jump into the second topic that I have for today. But I've been working a lot on myself in the sense of just like the future for me. Um, so I am gonna save it for the second topic, most of it, but I just to let you guys know that I got something pretty big coming. I gotta take the time to work on it a bit more and everything. But I think it's gonna be so cool. Um, when I do discuss it more in detail and everything. And yeah, no, but yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I got something coming up. I just like I said, I gotta find more time to work on it with my busy schedule. And when I do finish, I hope that the product is going to be something really great and helpful for my cause and to help you guys out too. So let's get into it. So our first topic we have was sent in by my friend Bianca. So shout out to you. Um, and it's being cool with your exes. Now, I know this is a pretty controversial topic amongst the masses, if you will. Um, and here's the thing, I never want to force anyone to do anything that they don't want to do, right? And for all of you out there, never force anyone to do anything that they don't want to do. Like, you can't make someone like you. You can't make someone dislike you. You can't make someone, do things that they just would never like to do. And I think, so let's just put that out there. So, with that in mind, me, with my side, for this topic, I am of the belief, I'm with Bianca on here, because she actually took the side of, yeah, it's cool to, it's good to be cool with your exes, unless they did something terribly, terribly wrong to you or to anyone you loved or cared about or whatever. Like, like, I'm of that same belief too. Um, so, and we, me and her talked about it, and it was interesting because, it was just good to know that I wasn't alone in this, because because a lot of people that I've talked to, like, they're like, yeah, no, why would I ever be friends with my exes? Why would I, da 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 da, like, and I don't know, like, I'm not a big fan of, like, disconnecting from people, like, especially if we had a connection before. And this actually goes to one of my reasonings of why I believe that this is, something that a lot more people should do. Not have to, but should do. Is because you once had a connection with this person, a very good connection. Something brought you two together in this world. Out of the 7.5 billion people in this world, you two were brought together. And now, why is that? You know what I'm saying? And definitely, there's some people that, through time that your time together is just up. And that's okay too. Like I said before, don't ever force anything on to each other. You know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to like being cool with your exes, so let me talk about my experiences with it now. I've seen, and I can say this, it's fine, but my parents are divorced, so with seeing how they've stayed so close with each other and being cool with each other, and just having and having that good relationship, not only for themselves but for my sister and I, and also my half sister as well. Like, keeping that good relationship, and just and making sure that that communication's there, and we could all still hang out like a family. Like, that's something that is to be cherished. Like, it's a very beautiful thing to see two people coexisting together, no matter the circumstances, and like, it's wonderful. So with that in mind, like, I've seen that, growing up, and I've learned that, and I thought to myself too, why would I ever want to truly disconnect from someone that I had feelings for because, oh, we didn't work out, or, oh, something minor happened, or whatever. Like, so I've always held the door open for my exes to be cool with me. And actually, as I get older now, I've pretty much, I want to say, let me see, except for one, because we're just talking exes, like strictly like I've dated you, like, type of thing. Like, I think only one person, just because we just don't talk anymore because of just we have different lives. But I'm friends with every single one of my exes. And I think that's a wonder. I think, like, for my track record, like, that's pretty good, like, and I like to think of myself as a nice guy. Now, it's just the reason why I want to stay friends with them, like I said before, is just kind of like, we had a connection before, and who says that we can't, after, listen, if you need time to yourself, if you need to do your own thing, if you got to figure out your life first, by all means, go ahead. Like, go do your thing. I'm not ever stopping someone from doing that. But yeah, like, we could come back, for some time. And actually, I did that with one of my exes too. I'm not going to say the names of my exes, just because, I want to keep, names, kind of out of this and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone wants to just be put on the spotlight there, because, some people know, if you know who I dated, you know who I'm talking about when I describe, these people. So, that's all that needs to be said. But just for, the protection of just, I don't want to just throw them out there out of random, So, one of my exes, I had to let her do her thing for a bit, and actually for almost about a year. And then we kind of we rekindled things. Like, we kind of came back and talked, and and we became good friends again. We talk, here and there and everything. We've hung out a couple times, and it's been a lot of fun. It's like if we picked up where we left off type of thing, and it was um, a really good reconnection, just to like be cool with her again, and being able to talk about life and joke around and everything. Like it's a wonderful feeling. Um, and 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 it's kind of like that, like you sometimes, like you got, like, in order for this process to work, you need to let people truly get over you. That's something that a lot of people fail to realize too, is that, you can't just jump to being and I learned this too. I learned this too, because the whole thing, when one person breaks up with the other and they're like, look, we could be friends, whatever. It's like, okay, well, I learned this the hard way, that you cannot just be friends right after you end something. You really have to, like, take time and, give yourself the time, be like, instead of saying that, you could say, hey, listen, if you take whatever time you need to work on yourself, or be with yourself. But if life does permit, I would love to be friends again at some point. At least you leave that door open. And when you do that, it shows the person that, hey, like, you still care, you're still, you know, but you got to realize too, especially if you're the one doing the breaking up, which I have done for most of the relationships that I've been in. It's kind of like, yeah, you don't really get to decide that. and and yeah, like, it's just, you gotta respect people. You gotta let people do their thing. You gotta, you know, but, I think just the society that we live in kind of shuns all of that. Like, everyone is just saying, like, oh man, your exes, like, why would you want to be with, like, why would you want to hang out with them? Why would you ever want to be friends again? Like, they just shun the whole idea. And it's so sad, because, these are human beings. These are people that you've had a connection with. After some time, like, if you guys are both okay with it, why not? Who's what, like, what's it for the other person, like, that is judging you from the outside? They don't know about you too. Speaking just of, you too, like, the people. Sorry, I had to explain that, because it sounded like I was saying, like, you too, like, you as well. So my apologies. But um it is 8 in the morning, by the way, when I'm recording this. But like, so I just think a lot of people need to stop judging, and just realize that, hey, listen, that these are people that have had this connection. And like I said, and this is, and I'm speaking of, in the terms of, hey, like, something very minor happened, things just didn't work out. It wasn't anything like cheating, or mentally or physically abusing, the other person, anything like that. Like, I don't want to condone being cool with your ex if they truly hurt you and broke your heart. Like, I want to make that very, very clear. But just going in the terms of, just regular life things that happen, like, every time I talk to one of my exes, like, I'm very grateful that we can be friends. Like, and I've talked to all of them about that. I said, listen, the fact that we kind of, like, moved over everything that, that happened before, and, we could come now and, like, be cool with each other, joke around, like, laugh, and just have fun. Like, it's a wonderful thing. It really, really is. And I think just more people need to communicate more. Like I said, you never know what that person can still help you out with, or, like, offer you in terms of just, being friends or whatever. Like, um, they could give you more insight, on the world. They can give you more advice, help. They really know you and understand you, so they can, if something's going on, they know how you're gonna be. They know how things are, like, and that's a beautiful thing too, because, um, my most recent ex knows me very, very well. Very, very, very well. As any partner, should when they're dating someone, but what I'm saying is that, she knows me very, very well. And with whenever I've dealt with something, whenever I've just been, and this is after like our relationship ended, but whenever I've dealt with something, whenever I had like anger or sadness or whatever, like she knew what was up. She knew why I was thinking this. She knew why I thought the way I thought, and just acted the way I did, and she was able to tailor her help for me because she knows how I am. And so that's the thing too, like when you need the help, when you need the advice, when you need all these things, um, some great people to ask, for that help and advice, if you're so cool with them, are your exes. Like I'm telling you, it really is something to think about. Just don't, like I said, if you don't want to be friends with them and they don't want to be friends with you, yo, that is totally okay. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. I'm not trying to just force my opinions down your throat or anything. Like, no, all I'm saying is that I think it's something that people should look more into. That's all I'm saying. And I think once you really look at that, and and you say, okay, you know what, like, let's be adults here. Let's be grown. Let's be adults. We're not little kids anymore. Like, hey, if we can coexist together, and we can, go for a cup of coffee one day and just talk about things and whatever. Hey, I'm all for it. Like, and it really is a great thing to realize. So like I want people to just realize too, like I said, kind of, I don't know if I've said this before and on this podcast, but the world runs through collaboration. So if we work together, if we're here for each other, and we, you know, take each other's hand and pull, and pull each other through, to wherever we gotta go, like, we're unstoppable. 100%. I truly, truly do believe that. Um, so to all my exes out there, if you're ever listening, I appreciate you very much for everything you guys have taught me, everything that you guys have showed me. You made me a better person, every one of you, in all the special ways possible. And I'm always here for y'all, man. I'm gonna say it. I'm always here for y'all, and I love y'all, all of you. Uh, you know, that needs to be something regular. That needs to be the regular, that we do for each other. Um, and with that topic ended, we have our second one, which is seeing yourself as a valuable asset. Now, these last two topics are topics that I have kind of thought about with my recent experiences. So I kind of want to dive into that. So, so before I really get into the topic itself, what I was going to explain in the beginning was that, this project that I've got going on, I'm gonna, in terms of just, working on a lot of different things, I do want to keep a lot of things a surprise, um, when I do it, because I like that. I like to surprise people with, like, hey, guess what? I did this. Hey, I did this. And so, um, but this one, I feel like it's just kind of more of it's a universal type of thing to really help out, with more just of myself, my business, and seeing myself as a valuable asset. Not only just a person, I'm a creator, I'm a valuable asset, I'm a person, a human being, but I do want to announce that I am working on a website. Um, I'm working on a website that is just gonna have everything there. My Instagram, my SoundCloud, the link to my YouTube channel. Um, just basically, my mission. Kind of showing off my different talents, like, writing about them and stuff like that. I'm gonna have blogs up there, pictures too, just so, if anyone ever needs, like, I don't know, like a model, or anyone needs, like, anything at all, like, they can kind of see what the different styles that I have, and just, all that type of stuff. just like I said, just to kind of have a universal thing that I can have everything on, so it's so much easier to access. And you know, you could just boom go on there, and hey, I could find his Instagram, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Boom, like, or oh, let me see, more things that he does. And you could also contact me on there too. Besides, like if you have my phone number, you could, besides texting me, calling me, FaceTiming, whatever, or if you have my Instagram already, DMing me, you could send me an email now. It's not up yet, by the way. I still have to work on it a bit more. I still have to get everything kind of finalized, and then I have to pay, because that's what, businesses do. When you want to put up a website, you got to pay, of course. Um, so yeah, like you're gonna be able to email me, ask me any questions, do all that fun stuff. I'm trying to make a thing where, like, you could sign up for my emails, and I can, like, let you know, hey, the podcast dropped, hey, I got a new song that came out, hey, I got some more collections of pictures that came out, or I got a blog up, or whatever it might be. I need to figure that out a bit more. So when I do get everything all finalized and everything ready to go, I will make a big announcement about it, on my podcast, on my Instagram, on everything, and I'll let everyone know to, and that's gonna be the link now that I'm gonna leave in the bio of my Instagram, because like I said, from there you can access everything. Instead of just only having like my YouTube link up there, and then my SoundCloud doesn't get any shine, and then or vice versa. So I am working on that. I really do hope that you guys are going to enjoy it, and like it as much as I do. I think it's a really cool thing. And I'm also going to try to get business cards. I know it sounds funny with just, like, well, yeah, you're like, I guess you could say a YouTuber or a podcaster and a creator and a musician. But I want to put that out. I want to put that out there for people to see. I think it'd be pretty cool to, like, show off, like, hey, like, here's my business card, and people are like, oh, creator, da 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 da. Like, I don't want to make it really cool, like, kind of like how, what's the guy's name, from American Psycho? Not Christian Bale, like, not Patrick Bateman, but the other guy. It's like that scene where they're all comparing, business cards. Oh, Paul Allen. He's just like, oh my God, Paul Allen's card has a watermark, and da da da, like all this stuff. And like, so I'm gonna make sure my cards are as cool as that, so then I can make people just start sweating profusely and just looking at my card and talking in their head, thinking, oh my God, his card is it was made with this font and this. Like, I'm joking, but I hopefully I can make a business card that would be, pretty cool and presentable to really represent me. But yeah, so, did I spell? Oh no, I did. Right. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at my, my list of topics there. But yeah, so now getting on to just the main topic and everything, seeing yourself as a valuable asset. If you are a creator like me, if you are an artist in any way, shape, or form of the word, or you're a big worker. You reach that point where you start to see yourself, not only as a human being and a person, but you see yourself as a business, right? Now, when it comes to, seeing yourself as a business, you got to have something that you bring to the table, right? Now, for example, me, I know that I bring hard work and creativity to the table. I bring like that glitch in the matrix vibe to the table, where I'm that difference that is brought in to wherever I'm at. And with having that, I know that makes me so valuable already, because I can stand out in a group of people. I can work very hard. I could work harder than a lot of people that I'm around. I can really, like, I can prove myself. You know, when people say, "Hey, you know, we want to see you work hard, want to see," that's easy. That's nothing to me. That's like, all right, that's my regular like type of thing. You know, um, so you have to already be producing at a good pace. If you're not, if you're half-assing things, if you're just kind of like going with the motions and just doing what needs to be done, then you're not bringing anything like different to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna if you're gonna put this, let me say it like this, if you're gonna put this program in your mind and start to work it, you gotta make yourself stand out. And this is what I tell people all the time too. I'm like, listen, if you want to make a difference in this world, you gotta stand out in any way possible, and not in the sense of like, oh, give me all the attention, I need attention, because a lot of the people that stand out in the right way, they don't get all the attention that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? So like when you do these things, don't expect to get the recognition immediately. Don't expect to be appreciated. Like I've learned these things throughout the years. And you just got to know that even though it may not be appreciated right now, someone will look back, or someone eventually will see you and be like, yo, you know, we've had all this, we've had all these people here, we've had everything, whatever, but William, man, does he make the difference? Like, he does whatever he's got to do. He comes in, he works extra shifts, like, or whatever it might be. For the people hearing, for the people listening, that I work with, I feel like this is like just a big like braggadocious type of like thing. But I'm just trying to give an example. But I do bring these things to the table. I do want to say that I have no shame in that. But gotta give myself some shine. So, just you have to be the difference. You have to stand out, and people will notice. People will notice. The right people will notice, and the right things will occur for your future. But you gotta start working like that. You gotta start thinking like this. You gotta, So, and this is why I said, like, I'm making a website now, because I see myself not only as a person and a creator, but as a business. I have services I can offer. I have things that I can do. I have, like, I can go from being a stylist to a musician to a personal life coach to anything. I can offer so much, and so why wouldn't I start to kind of make that a bit of a service or a bit of a business? Those are talents and skills that I have. I just I have good people skills. Like, that's something that I have to offer that I think is a very awesome thing. So start to do the little things that, will help promote yourself and get yourself out there. And be ready to make sacrifices. You got to be ready for it. You got to be ready. Be ready to sacrifice your personal life. Be ready to sacrifice, buying yourself nice things or whatever. Be ready to work very hard. To be ready to think outside the box. You got to do all these things. You have to. But let me tell you though, when you do, things start to change around for you, and things really start to get kicked into gear. So, I want people to know that we all have it in us. We all have the power to excel, to do amazing things, to shine, to come up with the next big idea. We all have the power and the ability to do it. But the question always is, how bad do you want it? Period. It's as simple and clear cut as that. I can't get any more. I can't beat it over your head enough that is what you have to always ask yourself. So yeah, man, make a website, have business cards, however you want to promote yourself, however you want the people to see you do it. And the sky's the limit. There's so many things that you could do to create, to just put out there into the world. Like, there's a lot of really cool things that people have done, to put themselves out there. So, all my entrepreneurs, all my creators, musicians, whoever you might be, if you're out there and you're listening to this, do your thing, You are valuable. You have things to offer, so don't expect, people to see it right away, but, at the same time, you got to keep that confidence up too. So when you see yourself as this, you have a confidence boost in a way. Like with me, like I'm always like, listen, like I know what I bring to the table. I know what I have to offer. So if no one is going to appreciate it here, I will go somewhere where they will appreciate it, or whatever the case might be. Like you got to see yourself like that, because if you know you can bring something good to the table, then you're gonna you're gonna bring that out and show people how awesome you really are. So never lose sight of that. Never lose sight of that at all. And don't worry, because it's never too late to ever start. And that is actually the third topic that we have for today. A little smooth transition there. But you heard that right. It's never too late. I'll say it again. It's never too late. Contrary to popular belief that people say, oh, you're running out of time and you're doing this now and that, they're all over the place with just excuse me. It is never too late. You can do whatever you want to do at whatever time that you want to do it. For example, I'll give you a perfect example. Like right now, I bought a skateboard recently, and about a week ago, and I started practicing, and I've been practicing everything, and I've been doing pretty good. Like, I know how to, like kind of like just skate on like my own, like not like hopping around while trying to get on the board. Like, no, like I can actually like skate pretty good. Then I'm going to learn how to throw down the board and just jump on it. And, eventually learn how to do an ollie and all that type, I'll get there, but my dad, I remember, my dad was telling me, he's like, man, like, he's like, you're 19 years old. Like, how do you think you're going to, skateboard now? And I'm just like, man, and I told him, it's never too late. What do you mean? Like, it's never too late to learn how to skateboard or whatever. I'm like, there's 40-year-old, like, look at Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk is what, like 50 something years old already or whatever. He still knows how to skate. He still knows how to throw down that board. It's never too late. It never is. Never, ever, ever. Don't let anyone tell you it is that it's too late to learn this. It's too late to do this. Listen, there's 90-year-olds that go skydiving. There's people that, like, there's so many things that you can do in this world. And kind of like how I said before, if you really put your mind and heart into doing it, you will be able to do it, So go start that business that you always wanted to start up, that you had you had a vision of as a kid, or go learn a new hobby that you've always wanted to get to learning, but you could never do it because, you just didn't feel like you had that energy to do it. Or go read that book you've been wanting to read, or go try something new, go travel to a different, area. Not right now because of COVID, but when you get the chance, like, just try new things. Let yourself be taken in by the world in a good way. Don't fall into society's rules and regulations type of thing. But, let yourself fall in love with the world. Let yourself just want to try all these new things and do all, have fun and enjoy. Life is about being enjoyed. If you don't enjoy your life, then it's not a life really worth living, So I think we got to make the best with what we got, you know? Obviously, I know we didn't ask to be born. That's a given. But you got to realize we are here for a reason. Why would we be born? Why would we be the chosen person to be born to our parents, given the circumstances that we've been given, going through the things that we go through, looking the way we do? Like, this is kind of like going just into a bigger general topic now, but we're here for a reason. We have something to offer to the world. All 7.5 billion of us or more. We all have something to offer. And why ever limit yourself to an age, to an era, to anything? No, don't. Why would you ever do that, So when I'm 40 years old, listen, if I still have it in me to skateboard, to learn to skate around, I will be doing that. You best believe I will be doing that. I will go to skate parks and, by that time, hopefully I can do all these tricks and stuff, but, I will be skating around. I'll be cool with that. Hey, video games in 2045, you best believe I will be playing video games still. If there's still video games, like whatever the case is, like it's never too late. It's never too late. And people say it's better late than never, and it's kind of true. But you throw the saying in there that it's never too late, and it really is true. It applies to that other statement, because you can do anything at whatever time. Let's say you're 30 years old and you want to really get into something. Like, you can get into something. Like, you can learn it. You could kind of learn a new career if you need to. Like, go to a technical college or go to whatever type of and really learn again, something. Or there's people that stay in college for over 10 years, let's say, because they just want to keep learning. Like, I know it sounds nuts to all my people that just graduated with me, and all my people in school, but there's people that do that, and they never stop learning. Never. And next thing you know, I could be an electrician. Oh, I could be a mechanic. Oh, I can be an artist. Oh, I could be a financial advisor. I could be they learn all these things, and it's quite fascinating on how people can have that drive. And it goes to show that no matter where you are in life, no matter what age you are, no matter whatever the case might be, if you have the resources in front of you and you have all these things that you can use it. The world is your excuse me. The world is your what's the thing? I want to say it the right way. The thing that the artists use when they select the different colors, and I don't know if it's a palette or something. I don't know. But you get the point of what I'm saying. The world is that for you. Okay, how about this? The world is your toolbox, basically. And just use whatever you need to make what you want. Manifest it, really apply yourself to it. And when you do, you can do wonderful things, So don't ever limit yourself. Don't ever think that, at a certain age you have to stop doing something, or at a certain age you can't do something anymore. Listen, if you're 50 years old, go drive that Lamborghini that you've always wanted to drive. Go race it around a track, or just, I don't know, just do something. Do something that you've always wanted to do at any time that you want to do it, because it's never too late. Never ever too late to ever start doing anything that you want to do. So on my paper, it should be the end of the podcast, but I'm at 39 minutes and I don't want to end it here. because I've gotten feedback from people too, which like I always tell everyone, it's so important for me to hear the feedback. I want to hear your thoughts on my podcast. I want to hear what you think. I want to hear everything. Like, is there something I could do better? Is there something that you want me to try? Something you want me to talk about? Anything at all, please do not hesitate to contact me any way possible. Comment it down below. Text me, call me, DM me, whatever it might be. Send me a letter. I don't know. Send a pigeon with a paper in its mouth. Like, whatever you want to do, just please talk to me, communicate with me. Because like I said, this podcast is for you guys. You know, it brings me joy to do it because it helps. It's meant to help you guys and the world. So this podcast will thrive off of, you know, fan interaction, you know, and listener interaction, you know, because we'll be able to work together to make good content and talk about things. And like I said, maybe what you're thinking of could be something that another person's thinking of, but doesn't have the courage to say it out loud, you know. And when they hear that topic, they could be like, "Oh my God, thank you! Like, I needed this," you know. So, like I said, I'm never gonna just take credit for any topic that I talk about here if you give it to me. Like I said, I shouted out my friend Bianca that she gave me, you know, being cool with your exes, that topic, and I shout out everyone. So don't ever think I'm just gonna steal your topic, like, haha, this is all me. Like, no, you will be given credit. Yeah, no, and I think I'll give just, I guess, a little rundown of my life just so far, if anyone cares to hear it out. But life has been quite good. Life has been really good. You know, my Thanksgiving was pretty fun. I hung out with a friend, my friend Laura, shout out to you. You know, we kicked it at her house. You know, I met some of her other family. I actually spoke to one of her cousins that she is a creator as well. She does paintings on shirts, kind of like, but her own designs, along with, I think, I don't know if it's her aunt or her mom, so I don't know if I'm getting that wrong or not, but they kind of have their own little thing together, and I thought it was super, super cool. And I told her if she could actually, like, do something, a design for me. So hopefully, I can get that done and then I can show that off. Yeah, no, and what was I gonna say? But other than that, you know, everything's been good. Work has been really good. I've jumped into being borrowed at another store, at Publix and stuff, which is pretty cool, and it's definitely interesting. It's a bigger store. It's a change of pace. It's really awesome. It's a really cool idea to be borrowed by another store and just, like, try, see the store through a different perspective. And no, I've been mentally good. Everything has been really good, honestly. Everything's been good. The only thing I can say that hasn't been good is that I've just been so bored out of my mind of not playing my favorite video games because I don't have a PlayStation or Xbox anymore. And I'm trying to get the PlayStation 5, but it is so friggin' hard to get it. And it's really annoying. It really, really is annoying. So please, bots and scalpers, stop buying 30 of them. Please, for the love of God. Let me get one. I'll be happy. Please, just... like, all I want is a PS5, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I will be good for the next 3 or 4 months. I promise you. Like, I promise. But other than that, you know, I really do have big plans for just myself, for this podcast, for myself as a business. There's so many more things that are going to be coming. I am gonna try to bring guests onto this podcast because it is something that I really do want to do. Like I said before, collaboration. Um, and yeah, no, I think I think I have a lot of really great ideas in store for what can be in store that can be used for this podcast and just for me in general. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited about everything because I know that everything that I do is for a reason. Everything that I do is to help in some way, shape, or form with what I'm doing and just to help the people in general. Um, and just to show too that it doesn't matter, like I said before, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, you can do it. I believe in all of you, 100,000%. I do believe in every one of you. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. I know it's not as long as before, but I did kind of just want to get like an episode out because it has been, I think, like over 2 weeks. Um, and like I said too, remember, I get more topics through all of you, so please do not hesitate to send anything in. Please, please, please. Um, but I just want to thank you for everyone's continued support for me. Um, everyone who's really been there with me, throughout the ride of everything, um, and just supporting everything that I do. It really is very, very meaningful to me, and I'd never take any of that for granted. Um, I love to help people, and if this is a way that I can help people besides doing music and anything else that I'm going to venture into life, then I want to do it, and I really like to do this a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's very different. It helps me to get my thoughts out, and it helps you guys as well. With whatever questions or about life or anything you may have, this hopefully should answer for you. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. So thank you all again for joining me on this episode. If you did like everything, please subscribe, give it a like, comment, do all the YouTuber stuff that all the YouTubers say. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, which you should if you're watching this video, because you're going through a link in my bio. Do give me a follow. Like if you come from the random parts of YouTube and just check out my SoundCloud for all my music and everything. Like I said, my cover is up there of "Say It Right" by Nelly Furtado. So definitely give that go check that out. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you again for joining me. My name was William. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.